This guy behind me, he has become a local expert. It's hard to believe, I know. Hey, I got to tell you, last night I went to the local real estate investment meeting and realized that I am a rock star. I am the go-to guy that everybody wants to talk to. Me, a guy that's only been doing real estate investing for 2 years and knew as much as you do right now about it when I started. A real estate investment meeting, which is a monthly meeting in my town, and there's one in your town and every other town. In fact, depending how big your town is, there might be 2 or 3 of them. And so what do you do there? What happens? Well, you go to a room, and it's intimidating if you've never been there, because you don't know what you're talking about or what's going to happen. It's like that with any meeting you go to, right? For the first time. But I've been there a few times, so I know what the meeting is about. In fact, I've become the guy. I've become the Mr. Wholesaler, Mr. Expert on wholesaling in this particular meeting. Because you know why? Most of the real estate investor meetings that you would ever attend are meetings dominated by and led by realtors. I'm not a realtor. They are heavily focused on how to build rental portfolio with your real estate investing. What they lack severely is telling you how to do almost anything. In fact, if I really was to break it down, I would say that so much of these meetings are really negative information that would almost scare you out of doing it. And no one at these meetings they mention what I do, the wholesaling side of it, which I think is the most exciting part, the most lucrative part, least threshold barrier for entry of getting into real estate and making money. And the biggest part, you're going to want to make sure you're not taking a lot of risk. That's the last thing you need to do, is to take on extra risk as you're trying to make extra income. All right, let's finish up what I started to tell you yesterday about the REIA, REI, real estate investment meetings that's in your town, my town, every town. Why I do go, and I have been going for the last 2 years. I first started going, I'm not shy, so it was no big deal to go in and meet people and get a feel for what it's about. After attending several, I realized that I was gaining more information by watching videos like this than I was at any of these meetings, because the meetings were, dominated by realtors, dominated in particular by one speaker that had a vested interest in people at the meeting. I guess we all do, because we're all there to learn what we can from someone else and get some free information. Well, I learned very quickly that I'm really the guy the only one that focuses on wholesaling, and the meeting isn't about wholesaling. So when I make a comment, it usually is contrary to kind of what's being said, but it draws the most interest. And when the meeting is over, I have a line of people that want to talk to me, and they want my number, and they want me to send them deals, because there's people coming there, a lot of them first timers. Third of the audience is realtors, and a few people that are experienced, but most of them are first timers. They don't know. They think they might want to flip a property. They think they might want to do a build rental, but most of them don't have any money. So they want to learn a no money down strategy. Wholesaling is the only strategy that you can get into real estate investing with minimal money exposure, minimal risk. You can do it with little. There are ways to do it with zero. Now you got to get kind of lucky if you don't have any money at all, but it's not that hard. You just look for a house that looks like it needs repairing, and be brave enough to go ask them if they'd ever sell the house. If you do that enough houses, you'll find somebody that says, yeah, we want to sell our house. You got to know what the next step is. And that's where maybe hooking up with somebody that's done it becomes valuable to you. And so after the meeting, I had all these young people, 2 of them in the military, which I really appreciated, loved the idea of helping them, that they couldn't wait for us to have a private meeting or a private phone conversation. But more importantly, for me personally, it wasn't just to go in there and get my ego pumped, by showing what I know. I had 3 deals that I'm going to have to get rid of this month. I'm going to close on 3 deals in the month of August. It's August 1st. I need buyers for those deals. Well, buyers hang out here. Buyers are the flippers. Buyers are people that want to do the fix and flip, rental, hold, all those other things. And what they're not good at is the marketing of finding the deals. And so very few people have 3 deals a month, 3 deals a year that they bring to the meeting and add value. So that's the value in going to your local real estate investment meeting, because you can meet people that can get you off to the right start, and you can partner with them, or you can just get trained by them, or you can just steal whatever information you can get by just being there and build knowledge over time and get going. Personally, I only went to 1 or 2 meetings before I had a deal. I believe in doers. I believe in taking action before you know enough to know what you're doing. Know enough to be dangerous, and figure it out from there. Find someone that says, yes, I want to sell my property. Go from there. That's great. They want to sell their property. Okay, you learned enough. You got the right paperwork. You figured out how to get them under contract. You figured out how to find a title company that will handle your business. Now you got to figure out the next step. Who are you going to sell it to? Getting it is only half the battle. Wholesalers don't buy properties. They make the deal. They put the deal together. That's exactly what it's about. Coffee. It's early. I deserve a little coffee. So that's it for today. I just want to complete the video by saying that, but I also want to complete it by saying, look, I'm trying to build a channel. I decided I want to build a big YouTube channel, get a following. So I would love it if you would subscribe, like, watch another video. That all helps. Beyond that, now I don't think I'm ever going to make any money from it, but I still want to it's a good hobby. It's fun. And making money is a much better hobby. So concentrate on that too. Have a great day.